Mr. James from United States, and he'll talk to you for a short time. Firstly, he'll introduce himself. So, Mr. James, can you please introduce yourself in detail?
Sure. Thank you. My name is James Green. I'm an English teacher in New York in the United States. And I work as an English teacher for a non-profit that offers services to refugees and immigrants who come to New Life, different kinds of services like finding a job and having childcare or getting some assistance from the government. And then we also offer English classes for free. And I online, I teach English in my own classroom, just to anybody interested. And I do that every day. And I'm interested in language. I'm interested in language, the way we learn language, the way languages interact, and the structure of language. I'm also interested in philosophy and psychology. I like to study. I like to learn, and I also like democracy. I like creating groups that are democratic and people get to disagree and negotiate and make decisions about how the group functions. So I try to involve all of those elements of my interests into the classes I teach. And I also have just a curiosity for people from around the world. I like talking to people from different countries, and that's why I'm here, just curious about seeing what other people are doing, seeing what English coach Ralph is doing. And I think it's really great and interesting that he offers these classes to people. So I just thought I would come in and say hello. I don't have too much time. I'm going to actually go and teach my own class pretty soon, but I just wanted to stop in and say hello. So thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Mr. James. If you don't mind, let me ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
Where do you exactly belong to in United States?
The name of the organization?
The name of the city.
Oh, the name of the city. Yeah. Then I live in a city called Syracuse. I am from New York City, and Syracuse is a different city. It's about 5 hours north of New York City, and I live in Syracuse now, in New York. I live here now, but I've also lived in Japan. I taught in Japan for 10 years, teaching English, and so that is a big part of my life. Was my life in Japan, and also New York City. I lived in New York City for most of my life, so that's the most familiar place that I consider to be home.
Great, Mr. James. And if you don't mind, can you please introduce your strategies, your way of teaching? You teach people on Zoom or different platforms. Mm-hmm. So can you please introduce your teaching method, or how do you teach people?
I will say just a few things. Teaching style is experiential. People come to my class, they have an experience in my class that of talking to a native speaker and of being in a class where anyone can speak at any time, and they have to figure out what they want to say and how to negotiate with other people. It's an experiential class. The other thing,
you promote natural learning process where people join and enjoy listening and speaking.
Yeah.
Just like an automatic process, not a textbook process or mechanical process. Some people learn grammar and they totally confused about it, and they feel nervous when they speak, and they lack confidence when they speak.
And I am not against using a textbook. I use a textbook in my classes. Sometimes we study from a book, it's well known, called English grammar in use, and we do exercises, but the foundation of the class that people expect to have when they come there is that they can speak freely and they can direct their own education. They know, I ask, students to decide what is their learning goal. Don't wait for me to tell you. You decide your learning goal. Why are you here learning English? Are you meeting your goal? Are you improving in the way you want? If not, what are you going to do so you can achieve your goal? Because I can maybe offer something, but I cannot offer everything. And I want to know that the student is getting what they want. Otherwise, we can go our separate ways. So I do, like you said, I like it to be natural. I like it to be what I would call like comprehensive, not just one thing, but involves many things, involves the whole student as a person, to be there, to interact, to maybe even have fun, even though fun is not the main goal. Learning English is the main goal. But if we can also have fun, then that's, I'd like to do that.
Do you provide any activities rather than just giving an experience for listening to you and giving them just like, for interacting with them, or just to speaking with them? More than that, what do you provide them?
We do many different activities. I have a list of maybe 20 different activities that we do, the students choose from. So the first and most popular is usually just open conversation. But we also do, like I said, we study grammar, we do reading and pronunciation coaching. So students will read sentence by sentence, and I will, if I hear a word that would create a misunderstanding, then I correct them. I don't correct accents. If someone speaks with a British accent or even a Jamaican English accent, if I can understand them, that's good enough. But if they say something and I can't understand them, that's when I stop them to work on the pronunciation. And so we will do that line by line. We also do vocabulary. So we do vocabulary at different levels. We break up into 3 general levels: beginner, intermediate, advanced. And we also do, sometimes we do mixed classes, and sometimes we focus just on one level to make it easier for that group of students. And we do, Zoom is great for doing breakout rooms. And with the breakout rooms, I like it where students lead the discussion, because I'm only one person. So maybe we do 10 breakout rooms, and each breakout room, one student will be responsible for beginner, intermediate, advanced, the topic if you go there, you know what you're talking about. You have to guess what country it is, or there's so many different English activities. If you're an English student, you probably have been through many activities with your teachers. But I think primarily the most important thing for me is to just check back with the students. Is it useful? What we're doing, is it useful? Or shall we do something different? I always want my students to feel they can come to me and tell me something is not working and they want to do something else. And I don't want to take that personally. I want to be open to their feedback, and so that I can